They are optimistic that President Trump will weigh in on the side of intervention, and they believe that essentially this.
Good morning and welcome to my live stream. Let me get my phone situated here. Okay. It's a warm welcome. This is the live stream called Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. And I'm so happy that you found me. Hello, good morning, Tony the Tiger. I know it's afternoon, New York. It's afternoon, so good afternoon in New York, and still good morning for me, Bob Pace on the West Coast. I'm so glad that you're okay. I always worry about you. I always say prayers about you, Cassandra. Cassandra is one of our regulars. She is a loving mother. She's trying to get custody of her 13-year-old son, who is special needs boy, and they have really been doing numbers on her child. So it's really sad. It really is sad. So anyway, as you can see, I'm on my other computer. My son's computer took a dive. Oh, brother, it's just, yesterday was so hard. Hopefully my old computer, which I'm going to replace as soon as the prices come down. But when I looked for computers back in January, I had no money. So I saved all my months, got the money, but now the computers have gone up 3 times more. I'm not going to spend $6,000 for a computer. My budget's $2,000. So Tony says, now I got to have a Zoom meeting with my lawyer and the judge to get rid of her. A bad toothache. My lawyer reached out to CPS again, still has heard nothing from them regarding my visits. Well, the longer you keep the court-appointed attorney or public defender, the worse your case will be. It's very important. It's really, really important there. Let me put up a couple things here. Okay. One of the first things we always seem to do in this room is text and messages. Now, I'm here as a loving father, husband, a friend. I'm here twice a day, 7 days a week. That's 14 live streams. And I've been doing that now for 20 months, for over a year and a half, and since October 2023. Now, I've met over 2,000 people on here that have something in common with me. They're low income, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they have lost their children, or children were stolen by the rogue entities out there. The rogue entities out there. And I'm sorry, all of you that experienced the situation that you're in. Now, one of the first things you can do here is, like Cassandra, is text me a message. It should be either a comment or a question about CPS. Please give me your first name, your city or county, your state, and if you're outside of the United States, your country. Also, for the first time, please tell me about your CPS case from the beginning to where you're at, okay? From beginning to where you're at. Now, another way that you can participate in this live stream is be a guest on my live stream. All you have to do is contact Grace at vincentwdavis.com. Now, you send her an email of one of the shows. You just say, I want to be Bob's Friday morning show or Bob's Saturday night show. I'm on every day of the week at 7 p.m. and again Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. and the weekends 8 a.m. They're 1 hour live streams. The times are the West Coast in California. It's Pacific Standard Time. For you that are on the East Coast, it's 3 hours ahead of me. So like this morning, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast, where it was 10 a.m. in the morning here on the West Coast. Now, I have something else from Tony the Tiger. About to make more calls to the Albany regional office and a lot of other offices in D.C. Also wrote to Doge. Once again, you may have to write to them many times. I think it's important that Doge is aware of your problems with your CPS. Social services is being investigated. I know for a fact. I called social service, and the lady said, do you mind having a supervisor from Washington, D.C. at Doge listen on the call? I said, no, not at all. I know it's one thing social services taking about face, so maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Now, CPS was started in 1962 by an act of Congress that mandated that the social services create a group of social workers that would protect our children from neglect and abuse, and also try to do family reunification is their top priority. It's been proven that the best parents to raise the children are the biological parents. They are the best, not foster parents, not next of kin. But next of kin is important. Don't get me wrong there. A lot more important than put them in foster care. It's a racket that CPS uses with foster care. Foster care doesn't go through the same amount of training. In fact, CPS has no training. I'm talking about the rogue ones. There are good ones and bad ones. There are good ones and bad ones. Now, once you've emailed Grace, she'll send you a link to the application I'm on. I'm on SteamYard. I broadcast using YouTube, but this is a SteamYard application, which uses YouTube. And so some of you were asking me the other day on the donations. At the bottom of my screen, there's donations. That's to help pay for the SteamYard application and to help make our show possible. That's not mandatory. You don't have to pay it. That's only a suggestion. Now, Tony the Tiger, I'd like to hear more, so keep talking to me. Now, when I said 22 countries or 23 countries, it's around the world. 23 including the United States. But the other 22 are from Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, up in the Middle East to Saudi Arabia, to Libya, then over to Africa, to Liberia, to Sudan, then to the Republic of Congo, then to Rwanda, then to Mozambique, and then to South Africa, then up to Europe, to the United Kingdom, to Denmark and Sweden, then over across the pond to North America, to Canada. Of course, the United States, all 50 states have called in, including Washington, D.C. South of the border has been Mexico, and then in South America, north of Brazil is Grenada on the East Coast. Then across the South Pacific has been New Zealand, and then the land down under Australia. Now, a lot of these people have called in or texted in a message about their CPS case. It is a worldwide problem because CPS is very corrupt. It's hard through the forest of trees to find out what CPS will work for you, what won't. I'm not saying all CPS is bad. And again, I'm not saying all foster care is bad, but a lot of them are. And children are abused and neglected in foster care, which is wrong. CPS also does neglect and abuse. CPS also alienates the children, and they traffic the children into foster care. Traffic is illegal. Alienation is illegal. And the rogue CPS entities, the CPS I call the Child Protection System, are very, very bad. It's all about money. It's all about money. And I'm here to help you with your case. I try to move things around, but it may get kind of boring at times. But I do try to help every one of you with your case. I look up things. I talk about things like the ICWA, the Indian Child Welfare Act of 1978, or how to file a 388 motion. What is a 388 motion? What's a 160 hearing? What is a 180 hearing? How do I expand my visitation rights? How do I find an attorney? How do I do documentation? How do I say no to social workers and the police? How do I keep my door closed? How to use the internet. And lastly, my rule is they gather important documents, make copies, and put it in a folder so it's ready available when you're dealing with CPS. You have to understand, CPS, when it gets involved in your case, will try to take your children. They'll say their children in danger, and you don't know your constitutional or civil rights. Remember this. Do not talk to social workers. Do not talk to police. Do not let them in your home. If they come knocking, let them knock. Be quiet. There are so many issues of people being killed opening the door. Not only the hassle by the law enforcement or the social worker, the rogue ones, but being killed. I'm serious. Two mornings ago at 2 a.m. in the morning to about 4 people were attacked by a guy proposing he was the police. He shot 4 of them, killed 2 of them. Those people are gone. There's a black airman in Gainesville, Florida, that was on the phone to his fiancée. He was shot 5 times in the chest because the sheriff mistakenly had the wrong apartment. I don't know how many times I have seen cases. A black woman, arguing with a sheriff and a deputy in her home. She was shot 5 times in the face, dead. Now, yes, the sheriff is gone. He's been fired. The other sheriff in Gainesville, Florida, has been fired. But these 2 individuals, only thing is going to happen to them is civil lawsuits. It's sad when corruptness is there. Now, let me see here. I put my phone number up so that you guys can call at 626-698-0990. And I'd love to hear from you. So many of you called into me. It's your chance to ask questions. It's your chance to help others. This is a room full of family members, people that come here, they're having hard times. Cassandra's one of them from Oswego, New York. She's called Tony the Tiger and has several other names. But I have a woman who's in New York, several women in New York that have gone through horrible cases like KK Richardson, who does a live stream on Monday. It's a hard thing to do this live stream twice a day. My case was awful. After I lost my job in 2010, after working 45 years, at the age 60, I had a very difficult time. And the reason why is that my in-laws, these are my wife's mother, father, her 3 sisters, and a brother, would call in right after I lost my job to make up stories. They'd call from Ohio to California and tell the CPS that we weren't taking care of our children, which was not true. For 5 years, I fought CPS and had them out to my home. They never could find anything wrong. They can never find anything wrong. It's sad, but that was the case. That was the case. Okay. I was hoping we'd have a phone call by now. But anyway, there's a couple of things at this room you can do. You can do emojis. That's where you give me a thumbs up or a smile or a heart, or you send me a star. Please check the follow button and follow me. Also, you can notify them on, check the notification button. Now, I'd like to give you a guide for grandparents. It's a step-by-step guide created by Vincent W. Davis. And all you have to do is go to the stand.store and purchase it. It's $9.99, and you can have 50% off at half price. All you do is tell them or put in my name, PACE, all capital letters, and the number 50. And you can get that guide at Stan Store. Also, there's other things you can purchase at Stan Store is other guides, you know, how to win your CPS case, how to get back your children, and so forth. There's also packages of deals with my attorney, Vincent W. Davis. So go to thestanstore.com. Now, up the upper right-hand corner, there is my attorney, Vincent W. Davis. He's the one that helped me out. Kenneth Radford, welcome. What part of the world are you from, Kenneth? Could you tell me? I got your name as Kenneth, and I can pronounce that, so that's good. I don't know where you're at. Can you give me your city, your state, or if you're from outside of the United States, your country? And so that I can understand your case a little bit more. Also, if you want to call in, I can put my number back up. That's another website I want you to be aware of. That's really important. That's the general website. So that is a really good one here. Now there's my number, Kenneth, so you can call me if you like. It's 626-698-0990. Now, my attorney is the one attorney that will fight and win your case. He's been fighting CPS for 39 years. Vincent is a pit bull of an attorney. He cares about you. I hired him. He got my children back. He's very aggressive. He knows the law well. He is schooled and licensed in dependency law, family law, and juvenile law. Those three areas of law is what you need in an attorney. Now, he has 39 years of fighting and getting thousands of children back. He also was once a foster care himself, so he knows the foster system. He's a trial attorney. He also does civil lawsuits, and he's sued CPS both in state court and federal court and won back millions of dollars against CPS. Again, I call CPS the Child Protection System. Every county and every state will have a different name. So I just say CPS. Everybody knows what CPS is. So he's the real deal. Now, he's based in Arcadia, California, which is LA County. It's near Los Angeles. His approximation retainer is $5,000 to start your case if you're in LA County. The retainer depends on the complexity and how long your case has been going on. His rate is $500 an hour. Now, I just quoted a couple in Georgia. For him to come there and defend them would be $125,000. Now, you're probably saying that's a lot of money. Well, a lot of that money goes towards his air transportation, his ground transportation, his accommodations, and his food and lodging. Also, he needs to take a license out for the state, so it's the cost of a license. But all the rest of the price is the same whether he's fighting in California or fighting in Georgia. And he does do other cases. Now, I know that's one of the hardest things you're all struggling with is money. That was my problem. But I was forced to sell my forever home, my dream home that I worked 45 years to get. I lost it 7 years into fighting CPS. I had to do what's called a quick sale. I needed the money to pay my attorney, who was Vincent W. Davis. Now, if you think you got your mind made up, you can call him right now, 888-888-6582, and you can ask reception that you want to speak to Vincent Davis and retain him. Now, I always suggest that you call 3 attorneys. You find 3 attorneys trained in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Vincent's one of those attorneys. I've already helped you out with his pricing, his background. All you need to do is get references from him and check them out, and then make that call to him and see if the chemistry is right. I don't think you can go wrong with Vincent W. Davis. For some of you that are set on using the court-appointed attorney because you don't have any money, then you're going to have to make that court-appointed attorney work for you. The hard thing is they're only trained in criminal law. They're not trained in juvenile law, family law, dependency law. That's something you need to ask. So you need to find 2 other attorneys. And to do so, all you have to do is search on the internet for those 2 other attorneys in the area we live in. Good morning. I haven't heard from Kenneth Rodford wherever you're at, but the cops took your dad. That is sad. You must be a child in foster care. So let me try to help you there. Also, Tony. Now, Christina Reynoso is a remarkable woman who does a lot of research behind the scenes, who's helped me. She's lined up some computers I'm trying to get to buy. She's also helped me with my grievances and my problems too. She's written excellent emails and sent me valuable information. She's also a regular family member here. Now, Christina Reynoso says, ask your attorney if he might care to help me. The hard part's done. If not, I'll be addressing the DOJ by myself. Well, Christina, I think you've talked to Vincent Davis. I think also that there's some not hard feelings, but some confusion maybe on your part that Mr. Davis. One way you can do it is you can call in again, Christina Reynoso, and by doing so, you'll qualify for another 15 minutes with a private Zoom meeting with Vincent Davis. That I can do. I know you need to go to the DOJ, but hopefully you're going to Doge too. Doge, I think, is the ultimate place where most people should file their protest against CPS. Doge has an email, and Doge has a website that you can look at. Let me put up Doge right now so you all can see it. Doge stands for the Department of Government Efficiency. It's something that Donald Trump, our president, created in January, and it appointed Elon Musk as an advisor to it. And he served 129 days of his 130 days that he could, because it's only a temporary appointment. And he has brought in so far billions of dollars. Their goal is to reach trillions of dollars. It's not going to happen overnight, but they got the billions going. And if you look on the website, it shows how much money that they're saving the taxpayers. They're checking out all the government departments to see why they're efficient or not. They also have phone numbers. You can ask them questions. There's 2 of them that connect you to the White House. Also, you can email them at doge@mail.house.gov. So that's really, really important there with Doge. I'll put it up back again, but I do need to put my number back up there again. Because I love people to call in and talk to me. Again, my number is 626-698-0990. Vincent's number is 888-888-6582. That's the law offices. You get reception. Make sure you tell them that Bob Pace sent you. And when you speak to Mr. Davis, do the same. I will. I'll pass it on, Christina Reynoso. If you could email me, I'll copy that email and send it to Vincent Davis of what you want him to do for you. Anyway, we have 3 people in my room so far. Christina Reynoso from Las Vegas, Nevada. Kenneth Redford from somewhere in the world, who is a son, looks like, that they took his dad, which is really sad. Then there's Tony the Tiger, Cassandra, in Otsego County, New York, who's fighting to get her 13-month-old son. Now, as I was saying about how to get an attorney, I got you one. The other 2 you look up on the internet. That's my rule number 4. It's very important that you use Google browser, not GoDuckGo, not Microsoft Edge, not Chrome, not all the other browsers out there. Regular Google browser is all you need. And it's very important that you start off with the city, comma, the state. Then after the state, put CPS. Now, if you're from outside the United States, you put your country before CPS and then CPS. But that is going to be general information. If you want something specific, like I need an attorney, you start off a juvenile law, a family law, a dependency law attorney, and you'll see all of them in that city pop up. You scroll through them, check out their web pages, see which two would be good to call. You have two very important questions to make. Your first question is, are you a juvenile law, family law, dependency lawyer, and has fought CPS and gotten kids back? If the answer is yes, then ask the second question. After your case is over, have you ever filed a civil lawsuit against CPS and won in either state or federal court and won money back? If the answer is yes, you got your two yeses, then there is a candidate that you can further pursue. Remember, you need the references from these candidates. You need to find three. I already gave you one is Vincent. So you call him at 888-888-6582 and ask for three references, just three references, and check them out. Check them out. Now, there are several ways you can get free time with Vincent Davis. One is by calling in or being a guest on my live stream, and I can take up to 9 of you on my live stream. When you call in and talk, or you're on my live stream and talk, Vincent will talk to you free for 15 minutes on a Zoom conference call. All you have to do is tell me that you want to talk to Vincent Davis. And I'll tell you what you need to do. I'll tell you what you need to do. Now, that same search can be used for other CPS questions. After CPS, you put in specifically what you're looking for, and you'll be surprised. Now, spend 60 to 80 hours on the internet. Because you need to find out how much you can know about this entity that is attacking you. You have to be smarter than them. Now, one thing I do mention that I wish I had known is you can get legal insurance. Legal insurance will pay for the cost of attorney on a legal matter. You have to shop around like you do for car insurance, pet insurance, home insurance, those kinds of things. But they're out there at low premium, monthly premium. And you get legal insurance. Okay. Thank you for the link. Thank you for the link, Christina. Thank you. And we have a thumbs up from Makaka Baragava. That must be someone from someplace in the world, because I do have people from other countries. And she just texted a message from me. I can't unsee this. I recorded everything. Decide for yourself. Where are you located, Mahaka Baragava? What country are you from? Or are you from the United States? What city or county or state you're in? Well, I can't seem to copy that. I don't know why. I can't copy that link. Maybe you can tell me where you're from. Mahaika. Mahaika. I'm trying to pronounce your name. I think it may be from India. Are you from India or Bangladesh? Let me go ahead and put it in and see what I can come up with. Oh, my old computer won't let me type. Oh, brother. I'm trying to type it in, but there's problems with my computer as usual. Yes, CPS is in India. I've had people from India and Bangladesh text me questions on here. 12L by 12E. Yes, if you send me an email, I'll forward it on to Vincent Davis of what you want him to do, of what you want me to do. MCGF. MCGF. Okay, I was trying to see where that website, it says the content's not available. Anyway, see what Christina has said here because it's close to my time's up. Bob, did you say for me you send me what you want Vincent Davis to help you on with the DOJ. All right? Send me what you want. I'll forward it on to him, to his email. Anyway, it is now 1 minute to the hour. My live stream will be ending. We didn't have really too many questions today, but we did talk a little bit about my rules. And I want to make sure that you all understand as I'm on here twice a day. There may be days there's a lot of activities and days there isn't. But my next time is going to be this evening at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. And I'd love to hear from you and love to help you. I want to thank Christina Reynoso from Las Vegas, Nevada, for being part of my live stream. We have a new person, Mahika Barangava, who I think is from India, who sent me a Facebook message. I went there, but it isn't available, but I don't know where they're from. Christina works on many projects. Then there is Kenneth Radford, who is a boy whose father was taken by CPS. I don't know of any more information where he's from, but I'd love to help you, Kenneth. I'll be available tonight. Tony the Tiger, Cassandra from Otsego, New York. It's so good to hear from you. And please keep in touch. Don't be a stranger. And I hope your calls go well in Albany. Thank you all to all my subscribers, to all my people in here. Thank you, Christina Reynoso, for your thumbs up. And Mahifa Bhargava from India. Anyway, I'm going to tell you good day. Keep fighting for your case. Don't give up on your children. I'm here twice a day, 7 days a week. God bless you and enjoy your afternoon. There'll be a short video from Mr. Davis that you should listen to. Have a good day.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce him. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last